Hi all. Today we're taking a look at one of the largest new developments in Kanata North. This is Copperwood Estate on March Road. This is one of three major developments in the area, the other two being Brookline by Minto as well as Northwoods by Mattamy, which is actually right across from us on the other side of March Road. We'll take a look in a little bit. First thing to note here is a little creek that actually bisects the neighborhood into two. Anyways, this is a development of roughly 750 single-family homes, townhomes, and multifamily units by two of Ottawa's most well-known builders, Uniform Developments, as well as Claridge Homes. So here to our right, we'll see a couple Claridge townhome blocks here. So Uniform and Claridge both sell townhomes in this neighborhood, as well as 36 and 37-foot single homes by Uniform and Claridge respectively. 45 singles for Claridge. We can see a Lockport 2 here, now renamed the Carnoustie, which is one of their most popular 45-foot models, as well as 42s and 47s for Uniform. So up ahead, right to our right, we see two Uniform homes here. The first one is an Ashby, a 36 single in Uniform's traditional exterior elevation, as well as a 42-foot, what we believe is an Esmond, which is a modern elevation Uniform home. So what you'll notice as we head into the interior of the neighborhood is that it's actually very private, surrounded on two sides by trees. So this neighborhood is actually bordered on the south as well as to the west by 2-acre estate lots, which means that it is very private, very quiet, and you don't have a whole bunch of other homes in a different subdivision directly abutting the property. So these streets here will all be occupied by low density, large size Uniform and Claridge singles. We can see two Claridge 45s actually that have already been built up here. And these homes have sold extraordinarily well. So they've sold so well that Uniform and Claridge have rezoned part of the lots originally meant for townhomes into single lots, which is sort of to that direction. So right now we're looking to the southwest, and then over here we'd be looking almost directly south, slightly to the east. And you'll see that there's a line of trees providing a lot of privacy, behind which there are 2-acre estate lots. Here's a Claridge 45 that has just been built. Now this row is mostly occupied by Uniform. We have a row of 42s and 47s facing these premium lots, and then smaller 42s and 36s on this side, which have sold extremely well. This street is entirely sold out. Now up ahead we'll see a row of foundations for homes to be built. These homes were meant to be closed in July, although given that the foundations have only just been laid, it might take a little longer. Just a single Uniform 36 has been framed over here. These are really, really great lots. Tons of privacy, as well as south facing, so tons of natural light too. Up ahead we have two blocks of Uniform townhomes. Now in preparation for this neighborhood, Uniform actually refreshed their townhome exterior materials. So if you look at an earlier neighborhood, such as the Orchard or Richardson Ridge, those townhomes will have had white exterior details and a lighter colored materials palette. These homes are built to the same standard as the ones that were built in Kinvert Private, which means you have black window frames with decorative grills interior, as well as a darker, sort of more contemporary feel to them. Bear in mind, these are Uniform's sort of traditional townhome elevations, which is what they've been building for the better part of the last 12, 13 years. And now we're heading back out towards the other part of the circle. One other thing to note about this neighborhood that's pretty interesting is that Uniform has introduced a new line of townhomes. So these are the block that we'll see sort of directly in the center of the camera view here, which is Uniform's new contemporary elevations. These homes are actually structurally different from Uniform's traditional elevations. These homes are a little bit larger. They have a walk-in pantry for the kitchen, as well as a loft on the second floor. And as a result, they generally have a little bit more square footage. The largest end units here I believe, are nearly 2,400 square feet compared to the Lawrence, which is roughly 2,260. They also cost a little bit more to build, though, and as reflected in their sales prices. Road's a little bumpy, unfortunately. And over here we have Uniform's largest corner unit. This is the Carling. It's a one-car garage with a first floor office townhome with a ton of side windows, as you can see here. And it's situated on an excellent lot. As you'll see, there's 2-acre estate lots behind the line of trees here, but you can barely even see them, given that there's substantial tree cover. So this is a very premium lot with no neighbors on both the front and the side. And we've made our way back out to the central street here. Sales in this neighborhood began roughly nearly 2 years ago, actually, and construction has proceeded since. Uniform has nearly sold out of their single-family homes, especially in the larger 47-foot size. They do still have some lots remaining, however. Claridge also has some lots remaining for both 37 and 45-foot singles. And as for townhomes, they've both sold a number of blocks over in this first phase of the neighborhood, but there are many more phases to come with more townhomes over on the north side of the neighborhood. One last thing to note, if we take a look to the right, you'll notice that the elevation of this neighborhood is very, very high. So we're likely nearly 100 meters above sea level. March Road is about 2 to 3 meters below us, and even further below is Mattami's Northwoods development. You can actually see their sales center with the Mattami flags right there. Now, the view from here is actually really wonderful. If you take a look behind Northwoods, you'll see the Gatineau Hills across from us to the other side of the Ottawa River. Just wait for a clearer shot. There's some wood in the way. Now some propane tanks. There we go. So what you see all the way to the back, those are the Gatineau Hills. And one other thing to note, if you look over in this direction, this community is actually so far up that you have a good view of the high-rise buildings down in downtown Ottawa. So you can really see really far, because those buildings are well over 10 kilometers away. So yeah, that's about it. This is a very exciting new development here in Kanata North. Very nice community, very private, quiet, high elevation, decent views out both across the river as well as down to downtown. And it's very conveniently situated just 5 minutes north of the Kanata Tech Park. Thanks for listening.